I'm an 18-year-old student, writer, and artist. I often use writing and art to talk about what I'm passionate about.
I'm the co-founder of VILAC. I'm a public policy wong turned into an entrepreneur. VILAC stands for Young Leaders for Active Citizenship. We work with young people across the country to develop their capacity to lead change. Active citizenship doesn't mean that everybody goes on the road and does dharnas. For us, it means taking responsibility of things that you really care about. It could be bullying, it could be mental health, it could be gender.
I think that young people's voices should always be at the forefront because we're the ones that are going to inherit the world and we want to make sure it is not on fire.
To put out alternative narratives, to introduce an opinion that does not already exist. That's what counter speech is.
For example, if I'm being told that I should sit properly because I'm a girl and sitting with legs spread is not ladylike, counter speech is asking, what does it mean to be ladylike? Why does one have to be ladylike to be considered worthy? These are all questions that counter speech introduces, and it's very important to have them as sidelines to the mainstream narrative. When you introduce stories that are unlike yours, you get to question your own narrative and get insights into other lives.
Creating safe spaces for young people is really important. It gives them a space to exchange opinions, to understand alternative narratives, to engage with people who may be different and who may not believe in the same things as they do.
The digital space is a much safer and a much more accessible place for young people to come together. I think that's where the digital world comes in, right? Because we can learn and then we can disseminate this information to a bunch of other people who can learn from us and directly from the source that was posted. When people come together to create art, they're saying, hey, this is my story, this is my world, and I want you to be a part of it. It ties back into the whole community, right? When you share your art with someone, you expand your community. Visual communication in that sense becomes a powerful tool because it's so succinct. You can look at a picture of less than a minute before you figure out what it wants to say. Visual communication is a great way of transmitting information to multiple people at once. You have to understand everyone's stories and where they're coming from before you can ever pass a judgment on them, which is what prompted me to make the toolkit. The boys' locker room was something that happened in the initial stages of lockdown, and the internet was angry. So you have to figure out how to channel it effectively, not just about the individual boys, right, but change in the spaces that they inhabit. So their homes, their schools, and anywhere else, which is where my kid came from. I always tried to be empathetic, tried to see where they were coming from, and hoped that they would accept my feedback. No one said that, hey, this is too lenient. No one said you should have been harder on them. In fact, a lot of people said, hey, I never thought of it like this before. I never thought that these people are also going through their own conditioning. The Corona campaign was actually a bunch of counter speech fellows and young people from across the country coming together during the pandemic. Our aim was to kind of create this one-stop hub of content that was uplifting and also content that was verified. We made thousands and thousands of posts. We collaborated with a bunch of creators. And towards the end, we also raised 5 lakh for migrant laborers in India. And I think the whole experience of a community coming together, this kind of empathetic advocacy towards our circles, our families and friends, that was what we all took away from this.
It's important for us at this point and at this juncture to determine what are our ethos as a society when we interact online. This is an important time where, policymakers and civil society and citizens like you and me, they're all engaging in a dialogue, not just in India, all over the world. And my hope is that, we come out with an equilibrium of sorts in the next 4-5 years where everybody understands that this is a responsibility as well as a privilege to be online, to have a voice online.
I think part of that equilibrium or part of that disequilibrium comes from the fact that you can just create your own identity. Am I really being true to myself? How do I strike the sweet spot between what I am and what I want to be? Once all these narratives come together, it becomes hard to hate anyone because you empathize with everyone, you see where they're coming from. And I hope that that's what happens in the future. Counter speech is hopefully going to help us look at things more holistically and have better, more empathetic, more effective conversations with each other.